In previous screencast, we have completed the CRM module, and in this screencast, we are going to start the sales module. So, sales module is essentially one extension of CRM, and both are interlinked. When I say both are interlinked, that means like when the new lead comes, we used to start making the leads or the pipelines, and same pipelines or the leads we convert into the opportunity, and that opportunity into the quotation orders. So in this sales module of Odoo, if you just click on the sales, you will have this screen, and this screen is essentially the quotation. What you see here is the quotation, and you can see there are multiple rows are here, right? So you have the quotation number, create date, delivery date, expected date, customers, website, salesperson, company, total, status, all sort of thing. Here, let's say if you would like to add more columns, the provisions are there. It can be customized to add the more columns. And let's say if you click on any specific quotations, so let's say we are opening the 44, so you will have something like this, where you can see the customer name, invoice address, delivery address, quotation template, and all sort of information along with the products, with the taxes and the total. And here, like you see the terms and conditions. So these terms and conditions can be also fetched from the generic terms and condition, and you can change the terms and condition whenever you need on top of the generic one. So and this particular quotation, there are many features are there. So let's say if you would like to create a new quotation, we'll see, in fact, even in the CRM screencast also, we have seen how to create a quotation and how to change the status of the quotation, how in fact we can share the quotation with the other customer. So let's say you are going to share the quotation with the customer through over an email or through the portal, the customer portal, where they can confirm the quotation, and that will become the sales order. Now the same sales order you can also convert into the performa invoice by simply clicking on send performa invoice, or you can, if you say confirm, this will this quotation has been confirmed into the orders actually. And you can see I mean these orders, if you will go to the order section, so now you can see the 44, order number 44 is also there. And if you go to the quotation, you have in fact the quotation number 44 here also. So this is how you can change from quotation to orders in a very simple way. Now if you go and open this quotation and the sales order, and if you would like to see how this sales order is gonna look like, so you can click on the print, and you can it will get downloaded, and you can see. So now it has been downloaded here. You can see how it is going to look like. So these templates, what you see, the order templates, these order templates can be also customized based on the requirement. Now these quantity, unit price, taxes, amounts, all these things can be customized. And by the way, all these details are fetching on the template from the data which we have entered into the system. So make sure you are entering the right data into the system to reflect upon the order document, because this is what you are going to share with your customer. Now in the sales module itself, there are other options are also there. So we are going to look into the each options very carefully. Now in order section also, if you open any sales order, you have an option of creating an invoice here. So that means like the same sales order which you have which customer has confirmed, if you would like to convert into invoice, you can convert into invoice, or if you send performa invoice, this order document to the customer, you can share or you can send by an email, or in fact if you want to cancel it, you can cancel it. So these cancel options are again based on permission, means like within the company, if the person, we can allocate the right to the person who can cancel the document or who cannot cancel the document. So those provisions are there in the Odoo, which we can customize from the backend. Now inside the print section, you see there are we can print the quotation and order performa invoice, and under the action section we can delete it. Duplicate options are there. So let's say if you are creating the multiple orders from the same customer, so no need to enter all the details one by one, you can simply go and duplicate it. For example, like I wanted to duplicate this, so now you can see the sales order number has been changed from 44 to 45 with all the same information here. And let's say if you would like to change the quantity here, so instead of 1, let's say we are saying 10, and instead of 1, let's say we are saying 100. So these options you have. So let's say unit price, let's say we are on the fly, if you would like to make the changes, you can make the changes here, and accordingly the details will reflect on the order document. Now the same document you can which you have duplicated, you can save it, and again you will have you can print it out and you can share with your customer. Under the action button, you will have another option which is share. So this share is something like you can share with your customer directly, and they will see the link, they will have a link on their portal. Then another option is there called generate a payment link. So let's say if you are requesting a payment from the customer, the option is there to generate a payment link. And then another option we have here, send a cart recovery email. For example, like this Odoo is, if it is connected with the e-commerce portal, and let's say customer is browsing on the e-commerce portal and they have added some sort of item into their cart but they haven't checked out. So in that case you can send the cart recovery email to the customer. So these are the options are available under the action, and obviously in the previous screencast also we have explained like customer previews is also there, or the customer will see this document into their account. So this is how the order document looks like. Under the order section there is one more option called sales team. So sales team is something like within an organization there used to be the multiple team. They used to work on multiple geographical area, or maybe they used to work on multiple set of customer, or maybe they used to work on certain specific I mean occasion. For example, like some festival seasons. So specific people are allocated to work on a specific occasion. So those kind of different teams can be configured into the Odoo, and the person can be shortlisted. Person can be added into those particular team with some sort of target, and all these statistics will be coming automatically here, like how many opportunities has been made by that particular team, how many overdues opportunities are there, how many quotation has been made by that particular team, and how many order to invoice has been made, along with the value which we can see here. The another option here is like if you click on this three dot vertical dot which you have here, you can go to the specific details pertains to this particular sales team. If you would like to change the color of this particular sales team, which will come on the left side, so let's say if we are giving it red, so you can see the red color has come here, right? Now if you would like to change the settings of this particular team, we can click on the settings and then something like this will come. Here also you can allocate the permission here for this team, whether they can make the quotation or not, whether they can make the leads or not, and who is the team leader. Those kind of details we can fill it out here. If you would like to have the specific email alias, we can also give the specific email alias, and whether this team is going to accept the mail from everyone or not. Usually those details can be configured here, provided if the email domains are configured in the backend. Now this particular sales team is assigned to whom, what is the invoice target, and for which company basically this team is going to work, and who is going to be the team member, who are going to be the team members. So all these details can be configured here. Now if you go back again to the sales team, you can see the multiple sales teams are there. Those sales teams can be also filtered, can be grouped by just like other features which we have seen. Same way like in other orders also, those orders can be grouped, filtered. You can also export into the Excel sheet all these orders what you see here. So let's say if you would like to export some of the more fields, we can customize it, and it can be exported. So export button works just by clicking on this. So you can see the export, the sales order has been exported into Excel sheet, and if you can click on that, you can see the sales order, all the sales order here with the time, stamp time and all, right? Now coming back on the orders, there are another option called customers. So these customers, like they are the customer, and all these details will be also available into the contact section. We have already covered this customer into the CRM module. So if you would like to create the customer from here, you can simply go and create the customer by giving the required details here. And let's say if you would like to have some custom fields here which you don't see as per your requirement, I mean the company requirement, the custom fields can be added here. So those fields can be added from the backend, and as we can see on the top of this customer screen, there are beautiful statistics are there, like how many opportunity has been created, how many meetings has been scheduled with this customer, how much sales has happened, how much purchase has happened, how many invoice, if that customer is a vendor also, how many bills we have got it from this vendors. And along with that, like we have discussed earlier, under the contact section, I mean module, multiple persons within the company can be added here, like multiple the touch points. And simply it can be, you can click on add, and you can just select which it is contact or invoice address, delivery address, other address, private address. If you select the private address, there would be provision, I mean it won't be visible to all the employee within the company if you allow, I mean if you select this particular permission. Now next to contact and address, there is a sales and purchase. So all these sales and purchase which is specific to this particular customer, so these details would be, you can fetch it from here while making the quotation or the order document, right? We can see here point of sales, whether this particular item, I mean this is not very specific to this. And then this is some miscellaneous information, like how you got this customer, by references, company or website, or which industry the customer belongs to, which fiscal year, what is the payment terms are going to have with this customer. And then under the invoicing section, like we have the bank account details of the customer and what is going to be the receivables and payable account for this customer. So these things can be also customized. Let's say if you would like to have the specific receivables and payables account, it can be customized. And there are internal notes. So these internal notes are again specific to the customer, which you can write, you know, to make the team well informed. And you can save this to create the customer. There is another important thing, like a customer logo, if it is a company, can be added, or if it is an individual, you know, you can upload the logo of an individual so that you can figure out like which customer it is. So this is how you know, the customer can be added. So in this screencast we have covered this, and in coming screencast under the sales module itself, we are going to cover the other features. Thank you so much. See you in the next screencast.